Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Toradora. This is the 11th episode in our discussion and review for volume 11 of the manga. This is the final episode of the series until more manga comes out, and then we'll read more eventually. But for now, this will be the end. This is not intended to be a substitute for the manga. This is something to go alongside it. So if you haven't read it, please do, and go support the official release. Hey everybody, welcome to Read 'em and Weeb. My name is Davie. This is my friend Esau.
Hi, this is my first time on the channel.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I heard he reads mangoes.
Yeah, we're reading some mangoes.
Yeah, he just handed me this volume, and so I read
moved
it.
the fucking camera. Hold up.
Dumb fuck.
So this is the last episode of Toradora. So
For now.
It's still going. This is the first ongoing series we've done. Is Pokemon still going?
I don't think it follows the same plot. Don't do that.
No, I'm curious. Actually. Is Pokemon Adventure still going?
I do not know.
I feel like that doesn't count. They're very self-contained.
I mean, Dragon Ball's still going. Got him.
True, I guess. But it's still ongoing for this, series of books. So it's different.
In the manga specifically, the anime and the light novel are done.
Yeah. So I may have to go read the light novel. But yeah, this has been an experience for sure. I don't know where it lands on my list of what we've read.
I do.
I'm very torn about it. Toradora. But we'll get to that at the end. But yeah, this has been fun.
When she gets Toradora'd.
Yeah. This has been fun though. Everything that we've kind of been complaining about in the beginning, or not complaining, but hoping for, kind of is happening.
Complaining about.
To some extent. I think the big thing is last time we talked about how Taiga, confessed to Ryuji by accident, because now it's really being pushed to the foreground. They're no longer making her or letting anybody hide anything. It's very much like, all right, it's here. We're going to talk about it. Here's how we do it. But first, I don't know if you have anything you want to bring up before we get to that point.
I don't like what they're doing with Amy. I don't care.
I just don't care. Yeah, that's my thing.
So Amy's whole thing is she's been trying to be like a behind the shadows, an eminence in shadows, if you will. Trying to point things in the right direction, she says. She sees cracks in things that are happening, trying to put things in the right direction. But she's hurting herself in doing so, and no one's noticing and helping her. I think she just likes Ryuji is what this whole thing is going on about.
I hope not.
That's kind of what they're saying. How come you didn't save me? She yells at him at some point in this volume. I was going to say maybe it's in the next volume, but there is no next volume.
Because to me, that just feels a little like...
You never ever noticed what I was going through.
I don't know if I read it that way. Because it could also be like, hey, you're so invested in everyone else's problems and we hang out a lot and yet you're still not,
What?
Getting
because we don't know jack shit about her. All we know is that she's always flirting with Ryuji.
My thing is I'm not saying that we should, I don't think Ryuji should know what she's going through.
Oh, no, not at all.
Not at all. She's very to herself and it's her own fault.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why I think that part of her character might be interesting, but it's just, I'm bored. I don't care. I just don't care about any storyline with Amy. I just don't care about, if I can be so
And she's literally like, I was just being myself and everyone likes me. I'm lonely. He's like, I'm not a master of this shit. I'm really fucking stupid. She's like, I gave up in the act and everyone here accepted the real me. It was great. I loved it. I wanted to treasure it. I've made too many mistakes. I saw Taiga get hurt. If I'm being honest, I wanted to do something about it all. I wanted to find the right way to nudge things, point everything in the right direction. But in doing that, I wound up getting hurt too. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Literally, what are you going on about?
Maybe the novel or the anime goes more into depth. Apparently, the anime also cuts some things out, so probably the book.
Yeah. Because the anime is only 20-something episodes, I think.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Probably could have finished that before I finished the manga. Doubt it. But it feels like they are trying to make me feel things that I'm not going to feel.
I just don't care about her.
Not at all. Sorry, all you Amy fans.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just bored. I think that part of the story, I was just like, oh, can we just get to the part I want to see?
That being said, before that, as Amy's like, oh no, before Ryuji can do anything about it, he gets a call from Taiga that his mom collapsed.
Yeah.
From working her 2 jobs. He forces her to quit the second one.
Well, he doesn't force her. He quits for her.
Well, I mean, that's forcing her to quit.
Yeah. But in her place,
Yeah.
Taiga and Ryuji start working their part-time job.
Yeah. That being said, Ryuji's kind of like in a daze after this. He's like walking out carelessly, no jacket, no fucking wallet, no keys, no phone. And Taiga's trying to care of him. He's like, hey, take the jacket, stupid. She's out there without shoes on. She's like a mess still, but she's like caring for him. And he's like, go home. And he almost crosses the street and almost gets hit by he almost get fucking isekai trucked out of here.
Yeah.
Which would have been a great way to
it'd be so fun. You flip the page, it's just fucking Sword Art Online now.
I would hate that, especially because that's not a good...
Toradora is the name of the game. How pissed would you be?
I would kind of
It's
laugh.
Soul Eater.
It's Roger. It's going to be Roger.
It's Roger. It's going to be Roger.
And then he starts blaming himself for all of this. And like, honestly, like that's a reasonable thing for someone to think like, this is because of me, because she has to take care of me. And this starts to kind of weigh on him. And that shows that later. And then they eventually start working in the place of his mom. And I was like, okay, that's reasonable.
What I like about that part is we get a moment where...
Oh, she comes home at 4 a.m. Not Minori.
Yeah, that makes more sense. But what I like about this part is we really get a moment where, you know, Taiga gets to care for Ryuji. Like, yeah. Ryuji's being the irresponsible one right now.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to, like, put him in that position, and now she's, like, having to tell him, hey, like, I don't know what's going on with you right now, but you need to fucking, like, chill.
Chill.
And then he, like, literally almost walks in front of a car, and she's like, Ryuji, like, fuck, like, pay attention, you know? So it's interesting to put her in that seat and let him kind of, you know, be the problematic one.
Yeah.
Very, very nice way of showing where they've come from, like, the beginning. And I think this is I'm glad that this, I wish it was done. However, if there was a book to stop on, I'm glad it's this one.
Yeah, imagine we had to stop at 10.
Dude, I'd be so pissed.
But fast forward a little bit. It's Valentine's Day, like it is today on 9/11. Anyway, sorry. So it's neither of those dates.
No, it's 9/11.
Oh no, they're gonna hit the Pentagon. Sorry.
Again.
Yeah. We didn't talk about this the first time. Taiga like makes chocolates to thank everybody for the whatchamacallit. I don't know why she buys some and then goes to make some.
Mm.
And I'm not really sure why, but I'm like, okay, she made some. That's nice. And she made some for everyone. Minori, I almost called her Chihuahua. Amy, Ryuji, obviously, and Kidomaru. Sorry, my brain keeps. I was reading them in order, but I skipped Kidomaru.
Yeah. And
this is my least favorite part of this book, and I think you like this. Yep.
No. Okay. So this is where I want to disagree with you.
Yes.
For when we're talking about, they can talk about it. Obviously, she's going to run away in this moment.
Yes.
What they did to Taiga is not fair.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, we're agreeing on this. Okay.
Yeah. No, because I thought you were being like using this as an example to show why they can't talk about it. They can, but they couldn't do it this way because the way they did it was really fucking stupid and really irresponsible. Like I think Minori's an asshole for doing this.
Oh, absolutely. Look at this. So Ryuji's trying to Ryuji took this in a good way. He was like, I don't want her to know that like she just confessed her biggest secret to me. He wants her to be at peace with that. And in my opinion, that's fair because she knows that he likes Minori and Taiga, he also like, she's also helping him get with Minori. That's not fair to her if he knows and he's aware of it, in my opinion.
The way I'm coming at it is they need to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. But
Look,
I'm talking about what's happening now.
In this moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
In my opinion, what Ryuji did made sense. But in my opinion, it's also Taiga that should bring it up because she likes Ryuji, not the other way around.
That we know of right now.
Yeah, because he actively likes Minori. He may have feelings for Taiga, but he actively likes Minori.
My thing is like, in that moment, why would he have said, no, Taiga, I was the one? Everyone's there.
Yeah.
Why would he bring it up then? And that's why it's so frustrating because it's like, okay, this must be what she was talking about. She's way too emotional in a heated moment. And we see bits and pieces of it. Like, she's actively aggressive toward Amy.
This is the angriest face they've drawn, and I hate it. It's like
I like the art. It's
Yeah.
it's a
Oh,
good,
it's great.
it's
It
a
looks
good
good.
scene. It's a good scene. It's just the motivations of the characters I really disagree with, and that doesn't make it bad. I enjoyed reading it. I think it's a really good story, and I think the conflict really works. I just think as a character, Minori is being a fucking asshole right now. You know?
Absolutely. And she implies that Taiga knows that it was Ryuji. You too, Taiga. Are you seriously going to play along and pretend? It was Takasu-kun. Wow, that's his last name? Who saved you. But he couldn't admit it because the word you're so desperately trying hard to pretend you never said. Why, Taiga? How come you can't say that one little thing? I wonder why, you fucking hypocrite. Anyway, sorry. I don't like Minori here. Look at me. Look at me. You told me that you love me, right? Then trust me. I trust you. What a dick.
I just think this is not the place. You
Also,
know?
not the way.
Not the way or the place or the moment. Like, sure, we're all buds here, you know? Even Amy, for some reason, is part of the squad, you know? We're
Also,
all
this
here.
was, like,
In fact,
planned.
Amy is the only one who did the right thing.
Yeah.
She stepped out of the way.
But, like, she's part of this plan. They planned this.
But, like, why? Because if they planned it...
Look, they're like standing in front of the... Oh, sorry, you guys. Look, they're standing in front of, like, the doors, not letting Taiga out of the room.
I don't know if that's necessarily planned, but it's more so like, okay, this is happening. We should probably keep her in. But Amy did the right thing and just fucking, like, moved out of the way. Like, because why would Taiga stay?
Yeah, like, why at all?
Like, why would we have this conversation here? You know? That's not fair.
This isn't Minori's problem.
Yeah. That's actively why I'm upset. It's not Minori's problem.
And then she does this weird thing where she kisses her fist and then presses it to Ryuji's lips.
You know, it's funny. In any other scene, it would have been such, like, a nice moment.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that she's coming off of being just the worst.
Yeah. And then she rightfully falls flat on her fucking face.
Because, I don't know, if it's me, I'm just like, hey, Minori, you shouldn't have done that.
And then she goes, yelling to Taiga specifically, Taiga, you were curious this whole time, right? And yeah, I like Takasu-kun too. And I'm not going to wuss out and say it's only as a friend. Bitch!
You did, though.
You did! But I told myself I had to hide those feelings and I had to step aside and let you have them. But it was just a mistake. I was being arrogant. Uh-huh.
So what does she want?
So why aren't you the one admitting your feelings right now?
It's weird.
Remember what I said? My happiness is my choice. The same goes for you. You got to be responsible for your happiness too. Uh-huh. She is. You are literally forcing her. You are trying to be responsible right now for her happiness. Stupid.
Because, yeah, it's dumb. And again, this doesn't make the story bad. I don't think it does.
Oh, no, that's very human.
It is.
But I still don't like it.
It's like you're literally looking through a glass house.
Yeah.
Like, because...
I also feel like it's just... I actually don't like this part of the writing, actually. I disagree. I don't feel like they should have done this at all. I don't like the way it's written here.
It really feels like... oh, we got to end this thing.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. But to me, it doesn't feel... Like, it's a flaw. I don't think it took me out of it. Because I was like, okay,
If
they're
Minori...
giving me what I want.
If Minori had confronted Ryuji individually here with this rage, I would have been way more for it.
Because, yeah, it feels like the rage is misguided.
But like they were like, we're mad at Taiga now.
Yeah.
And I was like, why?
No, because
she fell off a cliff.
Because if you want to be like, Ryuji, you're a liar. You're a fucking asshole. Sure. And I would have agreed.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I wouldn't have, but like
I would have been like, you shouldn't.
she would have been
lie.
valid.
You shouldn't lie to her. But she turns to Taiga. She's like, you fucking bitch.
You stop lying too.
You say you like him because I like him too. I'm going to be responsible for my happiness now.
And yours. But you be responsible more for you than me because I am going to step aside because you're trying to step aside.
And then he's like, so are you both my girlfriends?
Where does Kitamura come in this?
No. Kame House is the one with the turtle. That's what it feels like.
Amy's like, can I get under this? Like, I'm here too.
God, nobody's paying attention to me. What I want. She runs into the hallway. I have a confession to make. I like Ryuji too.
I like the attention Ryuji gives me.
And then the blonde girl from like the other friend group comes in. I have a confession too. I also love Ryuji.
Oh my god. Also, that was a subplot that we didn't talk about. Those childhood friends were arguing at the ski place, and then they stopped talking to each other at the we learned at the ramen shop.
And then one of the friends is like, but you guys are in love.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a parallel that just didn't work. I didn't care.
It just feels like a side story happening, which I like because it just shows like, oh yeah, there are other people having their issues. Yeah. But it's just not what the story is about.
But it wasn't with the one I liked. The side character I liked.
Oh, he just has a girlfriend.
Yeah, he does. He shows up later in, I think, this.
Which is so
earlier,
funny.
He shows up at the bread shop.
Which is a funny conclusion to come to. Be true to yourself and it'll work out.
There's my girlfriend. He's just in love. Let's go, honey bun. Oh, how cute.
Yeah, he was true to himself and he ended up winning in the end.
He's just a guy.
He's just a dude. And I like him.
After they give up, they run back into each other. They give up on finding Taiga. And they just start chatting normally. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, your friend is probably very mad now.
Yeah.
If I'm Taiga, I'm pissed.
Oh, I'm livid.
At Minori, specifically. And,
Kinemaro. And she just doesn't like Amy. So
Amy's a bro.
Yeah, Amy let her out.
Yeah, Amy was like, because Amy is even like, we're cool now. Like,
yeah, but like going to that and just Minori being like, I'm gonna go play softball. That's my goal. I want to play softball.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
I don't care. You're an asshole. Because you're also putting Ryuji in a tough spot too.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, I'm uncomfortable now. Like, that's cool. You guys like me and all, but now I'm uncomfortable. I don't know. It just feels like, am I the asshole for telling my friend to just grow some balls and talk to the guy he likes?
In front of the guy he likes, and then trapping her in the room with the guy he likes all at the same time?
Hi, so I'm F16. I don't want to go through the story. I'm just going to give a synopsis if I continue this bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I'm glad you learned when to cut it short. Anyway, so back to work. They go back to work. I'm not saying us back to work. And Taiga's there because she's responsible now. She's pissed.
Mm. But like, Ryuji didn't do anything besides just like not tell her that he knew. Because I think it's, again, as much as I say like, yes, he needs to be honest, doing it without any tact is also stupid.
That being said, this next line goes hard. If I look like I'm about to run, catch me. I don't know.
That is a bar.
Like, it's cute. I like Taiga.
She's grown on me for sure.
Yeah. I was already, I'm a fan of the aggressive tsundere, so I was fine with it. This is the Dera? This is the Dere for her soon or whatever. Anyway, this is where hell breaks loose. For some reason, Taiga's mom exists.
Oh yeah, they bring up before that she was talking to her mom and such.
Yeah.
But now it really comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, while she wasn't at school after the accident, but she was fine. She was just hanging out with her mom. But Taiga's mom is like hella old looking, like compared to like Ryuji's mom, which makes sense.
Yeah. Which is a nice detail. I'm glad they did.
Yeah. And they're weirdly aggressive with them having a part-time job right now.
Well, it's also they lied.
Yeah.
And it's like, you lied.
You lied to me.
But that's also valid. Like, if that's by a kid, it's like, you lied to me. That means I didn't know where you were at.
Yeah.
And like, if something happened to you, I wouldn't know where to find you.
Also, Kinemaro the narc.
Kind of based.
Yeah, I agree. He's not wrong.
He's like, well, if we're just calling them out on their lies today. Here's where they're at. You wouldn't believe what happened today.
I don't know where they're at, but they're right here.
Well, they're probably at work. Probably making out.
Studying? Why would they be studying? They got work right now.
And I don't even know if they're probably out. I don't even know if they went to work. I don't even know if they're together. This is what happened today.
Narcs on them.
Yeah. So Minori, she's the one with the red hair. She was being a fucking asshole.
And then Kame House is the one with the turtle. Also, the mom is forcing Taiga to move in with her, from the sounds of it here, because she lied. And it's weirdly sudden.
Yeah, if I'm Taiga, I'm just like, you didn't give a fuck like a week ago.
They stacked a lot of this in one couple pages.
It really feels like want to end it.
Yeah. And then Ryuji's mom is also upset. You promised me you wouldn't work, but you lied. You broke your promise. That's bad. I won't forgive you. And Ryuji goes off.
After the day he's had.
Yeah. One thing we didn't mention in the last volume is the teacher being like, you've never rebelled, have you? Like, okay. What a weird thing to ask. And they actually do a flashback here somewhere.
Go crazy, drink some beers.
Yeah, go nuts, brother.
Yeah.
Um,
Go fuck, idiot.
he's mad at her obviously because she's overworking, and he's like, I'm not sure who yells this. We're family. We're supposed to help each other. I'm pretty sure that's him.
Yeah, it's him.
Sorry, they don't tell who's yelling. We're family. We're supposed to help each other out. I don't care what other families do in our house. You don't work. You're going to study real hard. That's it. First of all, that's not your choice. I understand you're his mother trying to make him make responsible decisions, but it's his future that you're deciding.
But I can also understand why emotions are high right now.
Yeah.
You didn't know where he was because he didn't say he was at where he was.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's also very controlling. I won't let you do anything else, is what she says, verbatim.
Yeah, sure. But again, like, this is, like, if this was like a calm down conversation, he could easily be like, Mom, just listen to me. And if she doesn't, then she's an asshole.
Yeah.
But again, emotions are high. She didn't know where he was, you know?
Yeah. And then he throws it back at her. You're getting sick from working so hard. If you want me to never work, you can never get sick. And she's like, oh, that was an accident.
Dude, that was like last week. Who cares?
I'm better now.
Not only did you get a job, you took my job.
Bro, you stole my job.
I didn't know you were a fucking Mexican. She gets all racist. I can say that.
As long as you do that, I don't care what happens to me, which is a very, like, not cool thing to say to your kid. And he brings it up. He's like, you're forcing me to do all the things you didn't do. She's trying to fix her mistakes by forcing him to do what she would have wanted. Because of me, you couldn't have a happy life. If you never had me, you could have stayed a good girl. Don't say that. I'm sorry.
The internet has ruined.
Good girl, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have had the life you're trying to force on me. If it wasn't for me, if I had never been born, then you could have been happy now, Mom. You could have had a good life. I regret that so bad. If only I hadn't been around. He doesn't want to say this like in his brain, but the emotions are high, obviously. And he's like, I wish you never given birth to me. That way she could have a happy life is the implication. And she just starts to cry, obviously. And then Ryuji and Taiga meet eyes. He's crying now too, obviously. Like, emotions are high. And they meet eyes, Taiga and Ryuji. They're like, yeah, we're running away. Okay.
She's like, how romantic.
Yeah.
But like, he shouldn't have said that. But also, I think it's just like pent up emotion that he was feeling, you know? It's like, he brings up all the time, like, he's like, I don't have a dad. I just have my mom. And like, he gets sad whenever it feels like people are like leaving him, you know? Like when Taiga kind of distances herself, like he feels sad, you know?
Yeah.
Like he starts to feel lonely. Cause like before, in the beginning of the story, Ryuji was lonely as shit. You know? Like he
had one friend.
His mom.
Kidomaru.
But like, his routine was so different, you know? Because it's implied that he didn't go out. He just would come home, cook, clean. His mom wasn't there until late. He didn't interact with anybody.
The bird.
He was just the bird. He was by himself. And now he, has Taiga, who might be moving after this whole revelation with them. His mom is telling him, go to school, you know, move out, you know? But he's like, I want to work because I want to help you. Like you, because to him, he's like, you are all I have.
Right. And then he's right.
Yeah. He's perfectly valid for feeling the way he does, you know? And she's the one who like also perpetuated this, you know, routine of his. And that's why he doesn't want to leave. I think it sucks for him to be in the situation, you know? It's really all coming out, and it really sucks that this is all happening at the same time where like his relationship with Taiga is like at a point where it's going to change, and which way it changes, we don't know yet. But you know.
I do like that Taiga tries to sneak in some romance at the very end where they run away and she tries to hold his hand. She's like slowly going for his hand. Sorry, you can't see it on my cam. She's like slowly going for his hand, and then he moves to be like, I don't have any money, and she goes but
she's like, well, he knows.
Yeah. My favorite part is she's like, I have money. The wind blows it away. He's like, oh, that's karma.
She's like, karma for what? It's my money.
And then there's like a side comic that I'm like, wow, this is poorly timed. I didn't even read it. I didn't care.
I didn't read it either. What's it about?
Fish.
Oh, okay. God, I wish there was more. Because it really feels like
Well, there is. You could watch the anime or read the light novel.
Well, does the anime follow the light novel?
Apparently, it
'Cause-
follows it. Like, it does cut out some shit, but like it's there.
Because I hear the anime is different from the manga in the sense that there's stuff in the anime that doesn't happen in the manga.
Well, that just might be the manga's fault.
Maybe.
Remember, manga isn't source material. That means it's not the OG blood.
Yeah. I
Blood of the-
may check out the anime from where we're at to the end.
I wouldn't. If we're gonna do what's called on it, I would probably. I'm probably gonna read it.
But then we have to wait like how long, you know?
Like 4 years maybe.
Yeah, I'll forget by then.
No, you won't.
Yeah, sure.
That being said, that's the end. There's no more.
Yeah,
Volume's over.
So I guess now is a good place to talk about our thoughts of the story in general. I like the story, man. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed our time, reading it and talking about it.
It has a pacing issue, in my opinion.
Absolutely. But I think it's good. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. This is kind of like, it really feels like the purpose of the show really worked here, getting to experience like a new story and talk about it and, get me more. That's another story that I have, that I've read.
In your belt, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we were doing that tier list with our, with the books that we've done. Where would you put it?
So I'm very picky about my rom-coms. I have to know how they end. So it's going to be in limbo for a while, but it's B tier, high B tier, low A tier.
I think it's an A for me.
I have to find out how it ends before it goes anywhere.
No, B plus. Sorry, you get knocked down a peg for unneeded fucking swimsuit scenes.
That literally didn't affect it for me, but yeah.
Absolutely affected. It knocked it down for me.
For me, I'm doing raw story. In my opinion, I can. You know what? Volume 4 was really bad. Volume 4 in general was just bad. Not even just the swimsuit stuff.
Because the medium is story and visuals. So to me, it's very valid to knock it down.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's not valid. I'm just saying it didn't affect it for me.
It was just so egregious. It's like, dude, I don't want to see this. Like that volume sucked. Volume 4 was actually like so bad. It's in B tier for me. Yeah, I knocked it down because I remember Volume 4.
I'm going to leave mine where it was. Because that also reminded me of the scene where she's like, stay away, he is mine, don't touch him.
Dude, that was like the only good scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Volume 4 was so bad though. Like out of 11 volumes, all of them were like pretty good. And then Volume 4 fucking sucked.
I like the title of that episode is like, I think we hate this now.
Yeah. Because I was going from like, I just stopped titling them. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try just not titling them. Just do like episode 4 or whatever. But I was like, no, this is egregious. Like, I don't think we like this anymore. 4 was so bad.
Yeah, the story was bad. The unnecessary fan service was there. I was like, bad volume. In my opinion, it still can get high A tier, maybe even low S tier if the ending is really good.
If the ending sticks, then sure.
But right now, it's high B, low A.
I think so far, still, the best thing we've read has been Pokemon. Pokemon so far is the only A tier we've ranked, right?
I don't know.
Where do you rank Pokemon?
I don't know.
Where do you rank it now?
I don't know. Because unlike you, I've not only read it several times, I've read past it. So my brain is like fucked. Let me read it real quick. I think I gave it like a high A, I think, no?
I think so.
And then I gave like Dragon Ball a C. I said it was like
You said B.
I gave it the lowest B, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the highest C, I don't remember which one. But like this is like I very specifically remember saying this is the baseline of what is and isn't good. You have to be at least this good for me to consider you good.
Okay, yeah, you might have put it.
Yeah. And Jujutsu Kaisen does not meet that requirement. It's bad.
I don't know. Because Dragon Ball's good. Dragon Ball's better than Jujutsu Kaisen, but Jujutsu Kaisen feels like a C for me. We haven't read it for the show, granted. But it does feel like a C for me. Pokemon was an A for me. So that's the best. I think that's the best thing we've read, Pokemon. And then it would be like Dragon Ball. No, Pokemon this, Dragon Ball, another.
Oh yeah, another's on the list.
Another was a fucking F for me.
I think I put that on low C tier, right?
I made a love it or hate it for another.
And you said you hated it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, because I needed something negative.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I need something that I don't like. And I'm like, oh, another. I fucking hated that book.
I wanted to make a series that was like for me, for you.
Mm-hmm.
Was this for me? Is it for you? Where I just talked about who this would be for.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was for me, because not everything needs a rating. But like, hey, if you liked blah, if you like these tropes, you'll like this manga type thing. And then I went, that sounds like a lot of work and a lot of editing, so I'm not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying it to you that way if you want to use it for your formatting.
Yeah, I mean, I got love it or hate it so far.
Oh, good for you.
I mean, if you want to do,
I just said why I wasn't gonna.
you could though.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm gonna do love it or hate it still.
Go, great.
And I think of something else, I probably will. We have like love it or hate it, the show, and then So We Watched, which is what I'm titling all of the stuff that's like anime related. I was gonna do a So I Watched Paprika. I still might, but I just didn't record it on the way home. So maybe I still will.
Anyway, that's all of Toradora. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Next week we will be back with
Full Metal
Alchemist. Like, comment, subscribe. Like the video if you liked it. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify.
I'm excited to restart Full Metal.
I am very excited to restart Full Metal. So we will be back with that next.
We need a chapter list for that one.
Yes.
Are we doing that next week or 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks.
Okay, because I know we skipped a week.
Did we? Oh yeah, we did, but 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like
we got plenty of backlog.
So episode 4 came out today. We just did episode 11. We have 8. We're 8 episodes ahead because Steins Gate as well.
Yeah.
So we got time.
Oh, is that taking up a spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Later.
Bye.